This channel is proudly sponsored by the Red Room. Please check out the link to their store in the description and in the pinned comment below for tabletop role-playing game products you will find nowhere else. Thank you. Hi, welcome to this part of my review featuring Riftbreakers. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review featuring this MMORPG style tabletop RPG that you can play as a solo, cooperative or traditional experience, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about the structure of combat. To understand combat, you must know the difference between a turn and a round. A turn is a single combatant's chance to act, while a round is the sum of all combatants' turns, both player and non-player characters. When all combatants have taken one turn, that round ends and another begins. A combat round lasts an average of 10 seconds. There are 5 steps to the combat round. First, determine surprise. The Game Master determines whether anyone involved in the combat encounter is surprised. If playing without a Game Master, the circumstances should determine if anyone's surprised, or it can be simply randomized with the tables. Next, you establish positions. The Game Master is in charge of placing all of the characters and their opponents. The Game Master calculates the distance and direction of the foes, based on the adventurer's marching order, if relevant, or specified places in the room or other location. When playing without a Game Master, the circumstances should be enough to know each of the combat participants' positions. Then you roll initiative. Everyone involved in the combat encounter rolls initiative, determining the order of combatants' turns for the whole combat. Then you take turns. Each participant in the battle takes a turn in initiative order. Once that is done, the next round begins. When everyone involved in the combat has had a turn, the round ends. The next round begins with any creatures enduring ongoing damage effects, such as bleeding, poison, etc., receiving damage at the start of the new round. All reaction negative modifiers accumulated by characters during the previous round are also reset back to 0. Once that's taken care of, each participant takes turns once again in initiative order. When it comes to surprise, if stealth is involved, this could affect who is surprised and who is not, certainly. When it comes to initiative, during combat, initiative decides the order of turns as explained. At the start of combat, every player must make an initiative check by rolling 1d10 plus dexterity to determine their order of initiative. Each enemy combatant or monster in a group acts at the same time because the Game Master makes one roll for the entire group of identical creatures. A critical hit increases the character's initiative by +1 until the end of combat, whereas a fumble reduces it by -1. Certain items and abilities can modify the initiative order as well, but other than that, it remains unaltered until combat is over. Let's talk about the combat turn. On their turn, novice rankers can move a distance up to their speed and perform one standard action. Higher rank characters or characters aided by abilities or items can perform more than one standard action per round. Each player character gets to choose whether they want to move first or take an action first. The most common standard actions are standard attack, the use of abilities, disengaging, or perhaps other things. There are some nuances, for example, dual wielding. A character can dual wield 2 one-handed weapons to gain a free parry per round. It counts as a free action instead of a reaction, and deal +2 damage, but their attack skill is reduced by -30. When it comes to unarmed fighting, an unarmed character deals d4 of bludgeoning damage. When it comes to ranged attacks that aren't abilities are modified by -20 at a distance of 2 meters or less, and these are just some of the circumstances involved. When it comes to damage type, not all damage is equal, and some characters, creatures, or items may be more susceptible to one type of damage or immune to another, such as acid, arcane, cold, holy, necrotic, piercing, etc. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part, we are going to talk about more nuances concerning combat, such as critical hits, healing, and death. I like the combat structure. It is very easy to understand, and it's quite robust when it comes to understanding the sequence of events during battle. So once you get the hang of it, it's going to be second nature to you. Thank you for watching this part of the review. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. This has been Abraham El Jaguar, a professional game master. If you want me to run a game for you, please check out the pinned comment below. And remember, it is better to roleplay and fail in character than not to roleplay and fail as a player. Once again, thank you, and see you later.